In this month's episode, we are talking about how to succeed with contest playing. And it's not only like a general discussion, but we're also gonna talk specifically about Hayes' adventure at the Winfield competition here in October 2024. So here we go.
Hey there, music makers. I'm Hayes Griffin.
I'm Magnus Zetterlund.
And welcome to the Mandolin Secrets Podcast, a show where we take a deeper look at what's happening in the world of mandolin secrets. Each episode will tackle our questions of the week, unpack the latest mandolin secrets, lessons, and answer your questions about mandolin, guitar, and all things music. In this month's episode, we've got a bit of a special topic cooked up here. I had a little trip out to Kansas a couple weeks ago, and we're going to talk about some contest playing, aren't we, Magnus?
Yeah, I'm really... I kind of knew you were going there. I've heard you prepare for this contest. I've heard also the result of your playing, but still there are so many questions around it that I want to get straightened out today.
Awesome, man. Yeah, well, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Before we dive into this week's discussion, though, be sure to head to mandolinsecrets.com/podcast to sign up for reminders about our upcoming episodes. And just search Mandolin Secrets Podcast on your favorite podcast platform to subscribe and get updates when we release a new episode.
That's perfect. And really, to get this going, also just quickly leaving my perspective of this. Going to like a guitar mandolin competition like this is not something that we are doing around here. So it's a kind of an exotic thing for this. And of course, I've heard about people are being national champions and all that. So I know it's a quite big thing. And I think the discussion for today hopefully can maybe inspire people to go for contest play and learn more about the whole concept. And also, of course, we gotta share your success here a little bit and congratulate it. So if I'm backing it up from the very first, how do you even apply for playing a contest like that? So,
that's a good question. Mm-hmm. So most of the contests in the States are kind of like open application contests, so anyone can kind of jump in. The Walnut Valley Festival's competition, which is Winfield. So Walnut Valley Festival is where the competition is held in Winfield, Kansas. You simply go to their website, fill out a registration. I think registration opens in January or February for the contest.
Pretty early then.
It's almost like 6 months or 8 months. No, wait, it'd be 8 months in advance of the contest. The registration opens. And they have contests for guitar, flat pick guitar, fingerstyle guitar, mandolin, banjo, hammered dulcimer, mountain dulcimer. I feel like, am I forgetting it? And fiddle competitions.
So it's sort of like sounds hearing the instruments like folk is the acoustic folk is the common theme
exactly
for this. So it's not purely bluegrass. It's more like
old time and bluegrass, kind of the worlds that surround those kinds of music. But the funny thing is, we got there a day early, and I heard the mandolin competition, and the tunes that you hear most of the people playing are like swing tunes and some classical pieces and stuff like that. So it's almost like each instrument has its own little repertoire that's kind of associated with the contest realm.
Yeah, that's also interesting. So you actually went there listening. So you're playing in front of an audience, and you can go there to actually enjoy this players and.
So the festival is like a 5-day, 6-day festival, something like that, like a full week. And there's 5 stages. There's bands playing. You could take your family to this festival if you weren't a player and have a great time. But I think one of the main attractions for spectators at the festival is just going to the contests. the mandolin contest, there were maybe a couple hundred people in the room. During the flat pick contest, it was packed, like 400 people watching, and it was more stressful than most gigs that you'll play that way. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people watching.
That's cool. So, and is there a specific interest in the guitar competition, you mean?
Yeah. I think Winfield is known, like all of the instruments have a good reputation out there for the contest, but Winfield is known as like the flat pick nationals, you know.
Even like how I pick it up, that's I didn't even know there was a dulcimer kind of genre there. So
yes, it's a small but mighty crew, you know what I mean? But they yes. No, the flat pick is definitely the main one, and you can almost tell because of the prizes that they give away. Like, so for most contests, they give away, like, first prize gets an instrument from like a builder, and then second prize gets maybe a little bit of money and like a trophy. But for the guitar contest, the top 3 guys get custom guitars. Yeah. You know what I mean? So first top 3 winners get like amazing instruments and some money and, you know, all sorts of stuff.
I mean, I've seen you with pictures of your guitar, and it's we got to talk about the guitar because it looks really amazing. And you know how my relationship to Collings guitars, but still, I think it made me at the same time laugh because it's a brilliant prize for a guitar competition to win a guitar, but it's still like the people winning the contest. What do they need the most? It's not another guitar, but it's I still get it. It's a perfect prize for
sure. You're totally right. You're totally right. Like the people winning that contest typically already have their dream instrument or whatever, right? Yeah. Yes. That's funny.
But it's still, of course, that if it's something that a guitar or mandolin player even really wants, it's another guitar.
What's that phrase? How many guitars is enough guitars? One more, you know.
More, but it's But talking about it, how is the one that you won?
Oh yeah, it's awesome, man. Let me pull it out here. So while I'm busting this out, I guess I'll talk a little bit too. Like, so the way that the contest, at least flat pick, works. So it's held at 9:00 on a Saturday morning. That's kind of the you get together, and a half hour before that you draw numbers so that you can pick the order of who goes.
So it's like a random kind of.
Yeah. So there were 42 people that signed up for the contest this year. 7 no-shows, I think. So that means like 35 total contestants. And you pick numbers. Everybody gets their number, and then they have this like holding area behind the stage where we all like stand and practice until it's our turn to go play. And they do 1 round. You play 2 tunes. You have like roughly 5 minutes to play your tunes. If you go much over that, then they kind of dock you points. And then out of that first round, they select 5 to go to the finals. And then in the final round, you've got 5 contestants. They play 2 more tunes apiece, and then the winners are selected. And I was lucky enough to be one of those 5 finalists this year, and got second place. The guitar is let me get the mic out of the way here a bit. It's a Collings Winfield model, they call it. It's got this like wheat inlay in the headstock, which is, you can only get that at Winfield. Like Collings only makes 1 of these guitars per year to send to Winfield to give away. So
it looks really beautiful. So everyone we offer like a video version of this podcast, and there you can see Hayes' guitar, but it looks really beautiful, like a blonde spruce top. Is it like also like a tortoise kind of pickguard?
Yeah, it's like they call it like a Dalmatian tortoise pickguard because it's got like the spots in it.
Thank you so much for watching this highlight video. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can do it inside Mandolin Secrets Academy. Or you can also go to like your favorite podcast platform and listen to an audio version of this podcast episode. You can also go to our website to listen to the podcast. The web address is mandolinsecrets.com/podcast. And always remember, be a music maker.